So now that you guys know that it's a 1JZ GTE in the Cressida, if you don't know already, go watch my previous video, linked on the screen, and you can find out more about this car. Nonetheless, I told you guys in the last video that I had to get an ECU because the current one in the car had blown capacitors. So I cruised on over to Cressida's shop and he let me borrow a JZX90 ECU, which actually have better processing power than the JZZ30 ECUs, which was in here already. So I plugged it in, and let's see what happens. Got the ECU right there. Put the spare key in because I don't know where I put the regular key. All right, it took some finagling, but I got it in. Excellent, let me let it warm up. First order of business is taking the Cressida over to the gas station, throwing some good 93 in it because it's misfiring out the ass due to bad gas. So it's almost on empty, so I could rev it up a few times once I get there and displace the gas a little bit. All right, brought her over to the gas station, started rev bombing her, hit limiter a few times. The guy in the gas station was absolutely loving it. So gonna get some good gas in here and hopefully it displaces the shitty gas. So did take the car over to the gas station this morning and put some good gas in it because it definitely had some bad gas in there. It was misfiring and smoking all crazy. Wasn't running very good, so I threw, I think, $10 of some premium in here. Sounds great. I also found a few boost leaks, so I went ahead and fixed those with some new line. Now the car's making, I think, 8 PSI, which is the stock amount. I got everything dialed back in on their extra wastegate modification stuff they had going on there, so it's just making the right amount of boost that it should. So that's excellent stuff. So aside from the car being an absolute monster, it does have an automatic transmission that won't shift out of first gear, so that does kind of suck. She's also still got some bad gas in her, so there is like a slight misfire. And I'm not going to rule out the idea that maybe some of the other things on the car might need to be changed, like the spark plugs or the coil packs or, you know, literally anything that could be damaged after sitting for so long. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff. I'm going to get you guys caught up with some stuff we're going to take care of later. So I hope you guys like the 1J Cressida. And if you haven't seen the video on it, make sure you go find the first video on it where I acquired it, because, you know, that's important too. You know, you guys got to follow the timeline here. All right, so you guys saw that video that we got into the shop. I got the power on, went ahead and replaced the light bulbs up top so we have better, more ample lighting. Got the Cressida here, got a few sets of wheels here, a workbench, and a press. So now that we have that all done, we're gonna go over to the store, pick up paint, and redo this place because the olive drab green does not fit the styling of my channel, you know what I'm saying? It's not the aesthetic we're going for here. So it's time to do something about that. All right, so we're back from the store. We've got some paint, we got paint supplies. We're eating right now. We got some hibachi from the local hibachi place. So as soon as we finish eating, we're going to get taping things up and then we're gonna paint the unit. So let's get to it.
Let's do it.
What'd you say? Okay. All right, we got the paint here. Looks kind of lighter than it is on camera, but I think that'll be a good color to start with. Let's get to it. Alright, so that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. We got a lot figured out on the 1JZ Cressida. We also painted the garage that we recently moved into. Well, not moved into, but put a car there, and we moved some of my stuff there, and I'm going to be using it as a finishing stage for a lot of the projects that I work on, so I don't have to have so much going on here, and I don't have to be so overwhelmed by all the parts that I own and all that fun stuff. So, nonetheless, got some updates coming here on the JZX. Guys might be able to tell, maybe not. If you follow my Instagram, you probably know what's been going on with this. So yeah, we're moving closer to paint every single day, and eventually this is going to be over at the shop for me to finish up and put the 2J into. So make sure you guys subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok if you're interested in supporting the builds or helping me fund the garage. I have a Patreon linked in the description below. It's not a requirement, but if you'd like to support, that's a very easy way too. So I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you in the next video.